Go-to-market engineering. So the way that we see it is like, the idea is how do we apply engineering concepts to go-to-market and see what we can come of it. So today we're going to talk about a concept called state machine. How many people are familiar with state machines? How many people are like, okay, cool, interesting. Cool, let's talk through it. How many of you drove here? Okay, took an Uber. Either way, you passed something called a traffic light. And this is the best analogy I've come up with so far for explaining state machines. So this is the whole framework that we're going to apply today to the SDR motion and see what we're doing at Vanta for our SDR function. When we think of AI SDR, which I'm sure everybody's seen like the big, this is San Francisco, so you all get these AI SDR billboards. The thing that comes to my brain is, oh, AI can generate a lot of copy, and you can send tons and tons of outbound now to tons of people, and something happens from it. But we think about it very differently. Our idea is like, how do we apply the state machine concept to this go-to-market engine? So think of your TAM as like one of the colors. Red would be, I'm not in the market. And it's our job as salespeople to kind of detect that. Yellow is I'm starting to think about it. And green is I'm looking right now. And so the whole idea behind this is like, how do we model this as a machine? And based on the signals, we pick a play, and then we adjust accordingly in software rather than doing it through humans. Let's think about the old version. So what we were doing before we had this system is every SDR had ChatGPT, Claude, Clay, insert AI tool here that they could buy, Artisan, Unify, et cetera, et cetera. And what they were doing is they were saying like, oh, it's really easy for me to now run outbound. So let me just do a lot of it. And therefore came the idea of cold email is dead. How many people have heard, cold email is not really working anymore. We got to go call people, LinkedIn. All right, cool. So we're all on the same page. This is what I was hearing when I first joined Vanta. Mara talked about founder in residence. The whole idea behind that was like, oh, let's just get somebody who used to be a founder, and his company probably didn't work, so he's going to go get a job. So that was me. And then put them in RevOps and see what they can come up with. So this is the problem that was presented. I was like, okay, cold email is dead. What do we do about it? So the idea was, let's imagine our entire machine as a state machine. So we have TAM, we have ICP, we have like personas, signals in place. TAM is typically made by RevOps. It's all the data that gets loaded into your Salesforce. ICP is typically decided by data engineering. They're like kind of coming up with different models. Personas are product, signals. It's kind of all over the place. Reps use something called 6 Sense. Other reps use Clay. They use all kinds of different sources. And then they match it to different plays. So like they'll just run like, this is an email that I'm sending out, whatever. And we said, this is all an interdependent system. Like if your persona changes, then your TAM should change, your ICP should change, your signals should change, your place should change. And you should feed in the leading signals, not the lagging signals. So let's think about what this actually means. So one of the signals, we decided to run it on one of the signals, and this is what our cold email outbound looked like. It was like 46% conversions, email open rates, 4.7 meeting book rates with no human involvement at all. And these are the plays we ran. So we said, for each of the new companies that are formed, Vanta sells like SOC 2 compliance. We actually go look at their website, and at any given point in time, identify whether they already have SOC 2, whether they already have a demo button, they don't have a demo button, if the founder just joined, if the founder just hired somebody. Each of these feed into a signal that maps to an outreach sequence that has a certain list of touches, emails, LinkedIn, etc. So that's the thing that we were running. The last piece I want to leave you with in my last 30 seconds before I show you the Clay table for the V1 is we're noticing a new pattern. The newest pattern is, like it used to be that people would leave a lot of signals when they would come to your website, where they would try your product, fill out your demo form. That was the old buying pattern. Now people just ask Claude Code, like, hey, could you just build this for me? And Claude would just decide a tool, then run with it. We saw this with SendGrid and Resend. It's a very interesting experiment, but like, I have no solution here. The buyer is no longer leaving signals. So I don't know what's going to happen in that future, but in the current future, we can read the lights, we can read the signals, and then figure out what to do. The last piece I want to show you is how this actually got built. We basically we built this in Clay, but we're starting to build this out in Claude now. We loaded our TAM of all the AI companies for the first version of this play. We did a bunch of research on it, where they are, etc. found the relevant contacts, and then loaded them into individual outreach sequences, which generated personalized messages depending on the signal that they were tracking. So that's all I have for you today.